I wonder what's in this box. I don't remember ordering another package. Is that noise coming from there? What the hell? Polly! What are you doing in there? Welcome back to another episode of Throwing Sparks TV. So this episode, we're going to dive right back into the Camaro. The track is opening up soon for the first time for the year, and I want to go run. It's been almost 2 years since I last took it down the strip. And, you know, I wanted to do a bunch of extra engine work and whatnot before going back over the past couple winters and never got around to it. But you know what? I figured before I dive into all that heavy engine work, all that major surgery, why don't I do a couple small things and just see how much faster I can squeeze out of it before we go into the heavier work. So that's what we're going to do. You know, last time I went, my fastest time was a 13.0 of straight motor, and the fastest nitrous time was 12.1. That's with the 150 shot. And I was a little upset that time. I thought I could have went a little faster that night. It was one of the last nights of the year. It was crowded and packed. It took forever to get through. You're supposed to get 5 passes in. I had gotten 3. I had done my normal. I do 2 of just motor, just to kind of get myself going. And then I'll start with the nitrous on the 3rd. Well, they ended up, I got that 1 nitrous pass in, and I was all jittery and anxious. I didn't launch very good. I wanted to go again, but they shut the track down early. There's too much dew accumulating too fastly, and they shut the track down early, so I didn't get to make another pass. But I think I could have done 12.0 if I could have got my shit together and launched better. But who knows? You don't know. So we're going to go back, see if we can squeeze out a little more. We're going to do a little weight shedding. Polly, cut it out. We're going to do a little weight shedding. Take out what are some unnecessary crap. See, get our weight down. Try and improve our time that way. One modification I want to try doing is to try and do a battery relocation and move the battery from the engine compartment to the trunk. That'll shift some weight, take the weight off the nose, so the nose front end can lift, and add some weight to the back where we need it for traction. Also, I'm going to put on some new size street tires. I know what you're thinking. What do you need street tires for? Like, you got those drag radials. It's like, yes, I know, but I'm a little skeptical running the drag radials because the first time I ran with them, I actually went slower. Now, I went to the track the first time. I was, had a lot of fun. But I'm spitting, almost halfway up the track. So, all right, let me get some of these drag radials, these cheater slicks. I'll slap them on. It'll grip and go a lot faster. It'll be great. Thing is, I did it. I spent all night grinding off the rear brake calipers to get it to fit. And ended up going slower. Ended up gripping too much for the car and was making me bog off the line. Ended up running faster with just the street tires. So it makes me a little skeptical about using them. I'm going to bring them with, and we'll try it out, do a little trial and error. And then the biggest thing, which it's going to do something, and if it doesn't break anything, I'm going to try upping the nitrous shedding a little bit. I'm running a 150 horsepower shot now. I'm going to try upping it to a 175. So, that should definitely do something. Or break it. Hopefully not. So here we go. Let's try it out. All right, here we are. We are working on the Camaro again. So now this time we're looking to just do a couple little things. Try and see if we can get a little bit better time going back to the drag strip. We want to go back for the first test and tune in Maple Grove coming up the 18th. So we're doing a few things just to try and see if we can squeeze a little faster time before we start doing the more serious engine work. So up now, we're gonna be taking out all the AC components. So on this car, even though it's a regular serpentine belt to all the rest of the accessory drive, the AC compressor is actually on a separate belt. So it's make it a lot easier to be able to do this without having to touch anything else. The belt's already been taken off, so it's not taking any power away. So now I'm just taking off all the components. It's going to, for two things. One, it's going to help take some weight off the nose. And two, it's going to just help get rid of some junk in this already crowded engine bay, give a little more space to work. We're also going to be, later on, doing a battery relocation, moving the battery to the trunk, getting more weight off the nose and add it to the back where we need it for traction. And hopefully up the nitrous jetting just a little bit better tires. And we'll see what we could do. So here, got Polly, got beer, got my buddy Dale here.
Hello.
Good buddy and fellow degenerate.
Always degenerate.
Beer in hand, all ready to give me a hand with this.
Always.
I know what you're thinking. Oh, how much weight's that really going to take off? Listen, it doesn't take a lot to do something. I forget what it is, but it only takes a few pounds to shave, a tenth of a second off your time. I don't remember what it actually is. There's a number for it. But it doesn't take a lot. And the compressor, the condenser, they're decently heavy items. So get that weight off the nose. It should do something. But again, even if it does nothing, just the fact it's just going to help clear a little room in that engine bay. It'll definitely help. So here we go. All right, here's an update. Now the refrigerator was disposed of safely, and by safely I mean that there was none in it to begin with. We got the shroud off, the air filter assembly off, and we already pulled out the condenser here. It's a decent amount of weight here, so that alone is saving some weight off the nose, and I would like to think it's going to help free up even more airflow to the radiator. So next up, probably going to want to get at the compressor down here. That's it right there. So try and rip that out. Let's see how it goes. We got all the major components out. Condenser, the compressor. Compressor was kind of a bitch, getting at some of those mounting bolts and whatnot. It's real tight quarters in there. But we definitely open up a little extra room here. Some more open space here where there wasn't any. Thanks for Dale. Definitely could have done it without him. I just gotta put it back together. Hopefully I can get a hold of a scale and show you exactly how much weight was shed, and I'll do the math as how much difference that's supposed to make. Alright, so got all the AC stuff out from under the hood, but I feel like I could probably find a few more things to try and, unnecessary stuff to rip out. So take a look, see what we can find. Okay, so found an area where we could strip out some dead weight. It's got the factory CD changer in the trunk. Pull that out. We're gonna pull out the rear speakers. Oh, you shouldn't get rid of that. It's cool factory option having that. He's like, yeah, I know, but thing is, it doesn't actually work anyhow, so it's dead weight. Same thing with those speakers. Only the front ones work. Those back and middle speakers are dead anyway. So it's just dead weight. I know each on their own is not a lot of weight, but again, it adds up every little bit. A little here, a little there. Before you know it, you got a decent amount removed. I'm gonna rip it out. Maybe I could screw around with it sometime later, see if I can get it to work and put it in something else. Who knows, but right now it's coming out. Okay, so we got some parts off. Now let's weigh them, get an idea how much weight we've actually trimmed off so far. First up, we're going to do the AC condenser. Bigger item. Has some heft to it. See what this weighs. About 10 pounds. So, that's something. All right, see what's next. All right, next, do the AC compressor. This is a pretty, hefty hunk of metal here, so let's see what this weighs. believe we're looking at about 15 pounds there. Yep, that'll do it. Alright, here's some of the smaller items I decided to zip tie together for brevity's sake. So this canister from the AC system, one of the lines, the mounting bracket and pulleys from the compressor, and the bracket from this. Let's see what we get here. Looks to be about 7 pounds. Alright, something. Here's something else I got from underneath the front of the car. These were the mounting brackets from the front sway bar. Now the previous owner had already removed that. Why, you may ask? Well, that's kind of an old school drag racing thing. To take out the front sway bar allows, the way it flexes in allows the front to lift more, gives you better weight transfer on your launch for better traction. Plus, again, that's a hefty chunk of metal to be taken out of weight-wise from the nose. So, see how much these brackets, these brackets together weigh. And looks like they're just about at 5 pounds. Alright. I got the 2 dead speakers I pulled out of the pillars. See what they weigh, if I can get them to stick together long enough. Hang on the scale. It's about 6 pounds. I also got the CD changer, took out from the back. It's actually a lot heftier than I thought it was. So let's see what this weighs. Looks like it's about 8 pounds. 8, 9 pounds. We'll say 8. And I also got the smaller rear speakers. There's 2 of them. Also didn't work. I also had all the steel bolts from taking out the AC crap and stuff. Right, that's wait, those big steel bolts. And no, I didn't add random bolts to cheat. If anything, I'm probably missing some. But I have them nicely stuck to the magnets. And looks like all together, that's another. Yeah, looks like all that stuck together by another good 5 pounds. Okay, so all together, if my math is right, I think that was about another 52 pounds. So that's something. Need another 48 to try and get the goal of 100. You have to take 1/10 of a second off. But not done yet. A couple of little things to maybe pull out, and the biggest thing, replace that driver's seat with a lightweight racing seat. Hopefully I can find our missing 48 pounds there. Okay, Polly, what did we get here? Summit. Yeah. Oh, let's open it up and see. It's like Christmas when the parts come. Right, Polly. Okay. Sick. Most important part, stickers. Okay. Alright, this should probably be the battery cutoff switch. Yeah, there it is. It's got a sticker too. Nice. Because safety. Alright, the cable kit. Another thing of cable. Ooh, cool, came with a cow. Nice. Free magazine. Thank you, Summit. And this must be the battery box. There you go. Oh yeah. With the vent tube, seal, hardware. That'll do nicely. Lovely, just lovely. Right, Polly? Alright. Can't wait to put it all in. Alright. So we got our battery kit. This down here is the area where we're going to be placing it. This is the well that the spare tire and stuff, used to be. No longer is there. I'm not entirely sure what all that extra wire bullshit is. But yeah, we're going to try and fit the box. Hopefully it fits. Let's see how that goes. Well, just getting started and already running into hiccups. It doesn't look like it fits in here. There's a brace in there. It seems like it's getting caught on. Wonder if I can maybe just unbolt it just to put this in and put it back. Let's figure it out. Okay, seems like this thing is actually has something to do with the radio antenna. And get this thing out. Holly, what are you getting into over there? Might not be getting into trouble. What am I saying? You're always getting into trouble. I'm not concerned to even pull this out. This piece of focus is probably that's gonna be in the way. So you should just push it out of the way like that. Okay. Let's see. Get this in here. Son of a bitch. God damn it. That's not gonna work. Shit. Alright, looks like I have to try and find another spot. Polly, where the hell are you going? Let me see this. Get out of there! You little monster. What the hell are you doing in there? Get over here. Little shithead. Trying to consider other options, but there's not a whole lot of real estate in these trunks. The main trunk area is taken up by the nitrous bottle. That little cubby over there, that's not big enough. The thing is, this box is a lot bigger than it probably needs to be. But it was, it was sealed. A sealed box with the vent tubes and shit. Thinking I could possibly make, instead of shoving this down into that hole, I could make like a shelf flush with here across and have it just kind of sit on top like that. It might work. Let's see. I'm not really sure what else I can do with it. I'm gonna figure something out. Things I want to do here yet, amongst all the other things I'm trying to do with this car before I take it to the track Saturday, is test the nitrous solenoids. Now, it's been quite some time since I last ran it. When you're running it, it's very important that you test the solenoids. You make sure that they all work properly. If one solenoid is not working, you're gonna have a bad time. Anywhere from just flooding the motor because you're shoving in fuel with no nitrous, or worst case, you get no fuel and all nitrous and you lean out, blow the thing up. So we're gonna test it quick. Now, normally this would be a two-person job, but the wonders of a camera, I could watch it and operate at the same time. Alrighty, nice little view in there to the intake. See the little nozzle for the nitrous right there. I'm going to test each thing individually. First I'm going to test the fuel. So I'm not going to turn the bottle on, just going to hit it, see if the fuel is working. Seems like the fuel solenoid is not working. I can hear it clicking, but no fuel's coming out. It's a good thing I freaking checked this before running, because that would have been bad. For now, I want to check out the other two solenoids, see if they work. Check the nitrous jet solenoid and the nitrous purge. So let's take a look at the purge, see if that's working or not. I have an exit over here by the windshield. Okay, purge test. Alright, see if the nitrous jet solenoid works. Now it's working. At least nitrous is working. Okay. Purge is not working. But we got something to work. Try and diagnose what's going on here with these nitrous solenoids. Now my guess as to why the purge and the fuel don't work and the regular nitrous spray does. The purge, you see the line for the purge comes out here, sticking up. Suppose my guess water probably got in here and rusted this solenoid shut. And on the fuel side, probably just simply because I haven't used it in almost 2 years. The fuel got all gummed up in there, and that's making that stick up. Now, I might pull these off and see if I can take them apart, maybe clean them. Maybe they'll work. Though I might just wind up seeing if I can order 2 new solenoids. They ain't cheap though. Yeah, that one's clear. See what it looks like in here. Oh, one side looks rusted. Doesn't mean anything. Take the one off. Oh, don't get in trouble. That's bigger than that. Yep, that fits. Where are you going? Hey! Don't be going nowhere. Don't be getting into trouble. Oh, what's in there? Listen here. Okay, so got the nitrous jet solenoid working. There was a wire I didn't have hooked up. That seems to be working fine now. I still can't seem to get anything come out of the fuel solenoid or the purge to do anything. I know I'm gonna need someone else to help me hit the button while I'm poking around with the voltmeter, making sure I'm actually getting power to them before I just say the solenoids are junk, which they might be. But this kind of sucks. I mean, it's Tuesday. I'm supposed to be racing Saturday. Oh boy, running out of time. So I'm just gonna go ahead and just cut off that bracket for the antenna. All right, pulled the antenna out. It's just pulled out easy. Should be able to pop it back in later. But I'm just gonna cut that out. All right, let's throw some sparks. Alright, so see if this box will fit in here now. Fingers crossed. Oh, I mean, it kind of does. Seems like I'm not gonna be able to get it all the way down in against the bottom like I would have liked to. It's just the box is just too wide for that hole. So something like that is about as far in as I can get it. The only issue with that it's still like, sitting a good 6 inches up in the air there. I don't really have a way to secure it down like that. As I try and drill into the sides here, get mounting bolts here and here, but I don't know if I like that. The other thing I could think is I'm gonna have to get some sheet metal, some angle iron, something, and make like a shelf in there weld in. That's more work that I don't know if I really even have time for. All right, we are here at a secret undisclosed location to work on the Camaro for race day. It's Friday evening. We're racing tomorrow morning. What could go wrong? We only have 5 million things to get done. Joining me is my brother. You may remember him as a star from the trailer.
Hello?
All right. So this is this racing seat picked up. It's been sitting out in the woods forever. But it's plastic, it's very lightweight, it's all intact. Gonna try and fabricate some brackets to mount this in the car. But first I want to get an idea of the weight difference between this and the powered seat there. Alright, let's try and weigh the original powered driver's seat. This thing is pretty heavy. It's almost 40. I want to say that's 38 pounds. Alright. Well, let's see what this weighs. I'll say that's 13 pounds. Quite a difference. So the mounting in here is real simple. So just 4 studs. Here, 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 here. I think I want to make up some angle iron. Just goes across with holes that mounts in here, 1 on each side. Weld it to another pair of angle iron that go across here. They'll bolt here. Should be simple. I want to make it so that I can easily swap out the comfy driver's seat for the plastic racing seat whenever. Now, taking the seat in and out, it's 4 nuts. It takes 5 minutes. So that's the goal. Let's see what we can do. What you got cooking back here in the trunk?
Well, I'm trying to mount a fiberglass battery box. This fiberglass battery box. Or maybe that's just plastic. Either way. I want to set it down into this cavity here, but it does not fit all the way down. It kind of wedges itself a few inches down. So I'm going to, using this angle, create a mounting surface at that height.
Nice fitment.
Well, we're not there yet.
Explain to me what you got going here.
Well, I've cut this to fit, and I've marked the location, and I've removed the paint from the location. So I can line that up in this corner and tack this corner at this end, and then with that end tacked, I can get the other end level and where it needs to be and tack the other end.
Sounds good. All right, got first far bracket made, fit up. Should still be cleaned up a little, but good for now until I get the rest of it figured out. So I got these brackets in the car now. I set the chair in, marked the position I want. Now I'm going to put it in, tack it up in the car, hopefully not set the car on fire, and then I'll pull it out and actually weld it together. Seat is in. I was in a rush trying to get things done, didn't video welding it, but brackets are all welded in. Position is good. Like, this is going to work. So happy with that. Battery box is in. Robbie was working very hard to get this done right, though in his haste got a little overzealous with the welding and happened to melt my bumper a bit, but it's all right. Race car. Now there's still so much more work to do as far as actually running the line and wiring it up, trying to rig up the disconnect switch. I still gotta do the nitro solenoids and whatnot, and I don't know if I'm actually gonna be able to get this done or not. I might have to forget about the battery thing for now, but we'll see. Got my new replacement solenoids. I just put the fuel one on right there. It's not matching to the rest. You know, this whole system was nitrous outlet. This one's a NOS. This is the cheapest one I found on Summit, you know, for short notice. Thing's freaking huge though, but hopefully it works. I'm gonna fasten it down later. Right now I have it hooked up and I want to test it. Let's see what it does. Heading to the track. Leaving a lot later than I should have. Again, track's gates open at 10:30, which I wanted to be there for. It's almost 11. Now the racing doesn't start till 12, and no, I shouldn't take too long to get through tech. That all just depends on how many people are there, how long of a line it is getting in and whatnot. I guess we'll see. Oh, it's such a mess getting together, trying to get out here, buttoning things up. And again, my garage door decided to break as I'm leaving. The one wheel popped off the track. So fuck, screw it. Just gonna leave it. One got gas, just a little bit. I realized I forgot my tire pressure gauge, so I had to go back to the house, grab the tire pressure gauge, finally on the road. My dad's running behind me. He's, you know, my pit crew. He's got my other wheels and some tools and stuff with him. Some things we're gonna have to mess around with when we get there. I mean, already we're not successful fully, you know, really didn't accomplish some of the things we wanted to. Did not shed as much weight as I wanted to. I wanted to get 100 pounds out. According to my calculations, only got around 75. I mean, it's still a considerable amount of weight, but not what I wanted. And then the biggest thing, you know, I wanted to get that battery relocation done, and it just didn't happen. I mean, I don't know how much it would have helped or not, but I guess it doesn't matter either way. It wasn't, just couldn't make it happen. But we're still gonna go to the track. We're still gonna do our best. Got a full bottle of nitrous. And then the biggest thing that should help improve my time is upping the jetting to 175 from 150. We'll see how. Hopefully that works. Hopefully it doesn't hurt anything. It shouldn't. All right, looks like we made it. It's just a little past 11:30. Doesn't look like there's a line, so hopefully we should be able to get through, you know, getting in and getting through tech pretty quick, and you know, be able to do what we gotta do. Through tech, no problem. I don't really look at a whole lot with this class of car yet. Wanted to weigh it on the scale, but I guess the scale's not working. Just pumped up the front tires a bit, got them up to like 50 pounds, try to give them a little less rolling resistance. We're gonna button up a couple things with the nitrous and line up to make our pass. Alright, I want to make the first pass. I aired my rear tires down to about 15 pounds. And I'm gonna do just a regular dry run, just motor. You know, I need to kind of get back into the swing and run in again. See how it goes.
Staging. He's inching up till the yellow lights come on, and he's ready to go.
Well, kind of messed up that run. I messed up my burnout. Didn't do so good on my burnout. My launch was not good. I'm like hopping and skipping off the line before I finally hooked and went. But in spite of all that, I still got my fastest all motor time yet. The 12.9. So, I mean, we're definitely on the right track here. I'm gonna make one more motor pass before I switch to using the bottle. Here goes nothing.
nitrous.
Time for 122. Right, Mr. Location will be in lanes 5 and 6.
So, the last pass went well. I thought it felt better than the first one, but apparently not. I did a right lane there, 13.0. And things like my reaction time and stuff are slower, I believe. Or no, they're not. Well, I think the thing what got me was I tried letting off a little bit as I'm like spinning and hopping off the line to try and get grip again, and that's probably what slowed me down. But anyhow, so we got 2 good motor runs in. I feel a lot more confident now, so now we're gonna get going with the bottle and see what that does.
This is the first run with nitrous. This is the smallest shot of nitrous. All right, Sparky's in the lights. Here we go.
All right. Well, that was a hell of a run. So I got a 12.1. Now, like, my reaction time was bad, and man, I was spinning bad. When I hit the nitrous, I was spinning and didn't want to shift into the next gear. But so far, I mean, the car seems good. Vitals seem to be reading fine so far, and I'm lined up to do another pass, see how it goes. All right, so I lined up for the next pass, but apparently someone had dumped a bunch of oil on the track, and they took a lot of time to clean up. And then after the cleanup, they were letting the faster cars go. It was going to be a while before I had to run, so I decided to sit and watch and get some videos of some of these other cars go. What was that?
one nasty Granada.
Yeah.
Something went wrong with that red rail.
Yeah, it did. The one closest to it.
staging. You hit the first stage, second stage, the lights are gonna go. 11:49. 11:49. Chris's second run with the slicks and the higher nitrous shot. Watch him launch. There we go. solo run one more time. Larger nitrous and drag slicks.
Holy shit, what a rush. So first round doing the 175 shot and the drag radials, fastest time yet, 11:49. So holy shit, I mean, I'm past, you know, the cutoff for needing the safety stuff. Here it is, 571, that's me, 11:49, 124. There's most everyone left. I was able to keep running through a couple more times, and I don't know, my launches weren't as good, and I think didn't give the bottle enough time to build pressure back up, so the times kept getting slower, but they were still in the 11s. The next was 11.6 and then the 11.8, and now that I'm done. Holy shit, that was good. We got street tires put back on, pumped them back full of air, leaving the track, heading back home. God, what a wild ride. You know, it started off with just a total mess. You know, not getting some of the stuff done I wanted to get done. Was running good times, but not the kind of times I wanted to run. These brand new street tires ran like crap on that track. I think because the track was so cold, it was a lot more slick. And surprise, man, those drag slicks saved the day. The drag slicks and the higher nitrous jetting. Holy crap. That came through and did the trick. I mean, technically, with that fastest time, 11:49, I'm past the point where I need all the extra safety gear now. So, I mean, the only place to go here from here now is getting to the 10s. With doing that top end and the converter and all that other crap. So I don't know when I'm going to be doing that. It's probably going to be a little while before I start doing heavy work on this. I want to start getting on some of the other projects I got around. I might try and hit the track again just with the same setup, just for shits and giggles, but I don't know, see what happens. But whatever happens, you can find it here on Throwing Sparks TV. So that was a hell of a roller coaster ride from start to finish. We didn't get done what I wanted to get done. You know, didn't get that barrier relocation done, didn't get enough weight out. But I mean, all in all, I mean, it was awesome getting that time, 11:49. I mean, yes, no, I know nowadays that's not considered that fast. You know, with guys with your junkyard cheap turbos running 10-second blah blah blah, but listen, for what it is, that's freaking fast for a 30-year-old street car that's mostly stock to run 11:49. That's pretty freaking fast, and I'm super excited. I wasn't even expecting to get that fast. I was hoping to get like 11.9, maybe 11.8, but holy crap, I'm hooked now. Like with the nitrous, I really want to do more, and I'm wondering, oh, maybe can I up it to a 200 shot? Will that work? So I'm gonna do a little asking around, see if I could run the 200 with the way it is without blowing it up. You know, maybe we'll do that, finish that battery relocation, and do another quick trip to drag strip. Actually, I kind of want to go down to Cecil County where we were at for the Burgers and Bernie's event. I was talking to some guys. Actually, there's some people who recognized me from that event there. It was pretty cool. But I want to go down to that track. A lot of guys were telling me that they consistently run faster times at that track than they do at Maple Grove. Might have something to do with closer to sea level or something like that. Either way, it's not that far of a drive. I want to try doing a run down there. 200 shot, relocating the battery. We'll do that. But other than that, next stop, I mean, I'm going to have to do a roll bar and harnesses and whatnot. They didn't say nothing to me this time, but you know, if I keep running times like that or faster, I'm going to need that stuff or they're going to kick me off the track. So I'm going to have to do that. Biggest thing that's going to help would be a higher stall torque converter. Actually, I almost want to think that just the higher stall converter alone could get me like into the tens. Between the fact that, right now I can only launch at 1500 RPM without pushing through the brakes. Trust me, I tried to get it higher, I can't. Higher stall converter, not only will I be able to launch at a higher RPM, which alone will get me much faster times, but then launching at a higher RPM, I could hit the nitrous out of the hole, which will also improve my times a lot. Because right now, like, you could hear it in the videos that, I can't hit it till a little bit after I left. I gotta wait for the RPMs to come up a little bit before I can hit it. I wait till they get up to at least 3,000 before I hit the nitrous. So if I could hit it out of the hole, that would definitely improve my times. Or, it could load the transmission. Because, going forward with adding more power and higher stall and stuff like that, the weak point of that car, the first weak point is going to be that transmission. The infamous 4L60E, known for being made of glass. Now, the previous owner told me that he had beefed up the transmission. I can't verify any of that, but other things he's told me done that I was able to look at and verify turned out to be true and then some. So I want to believe what he told me, but still, I don't know what it's going to hold. It's handled everything I've thrown at it so far without an issue. Been able to do long burnout contests and multiple nitrous passes and whatnot and still be able to drive home like nothing happened. But we'll see. That's going to be the first thing to go. I'm going to keep my eyes open for a deal on a 4L80, and till then, I'm just going to run it till it breaks and then worry about it then. Race car. That's what it's for. But yeah, this is great. I want to give a big shout out to my dad, helping me with this. First off, he's the whole reason I'm doing any of this, from bringing me to Raceway Park when I was a little kid, showing me the drag racing and telling me all this and that. And I'm sorry you didn't really get to see him much in any of this, but you should see more of him. He definitely likes helping me out with my projects. And he's got a couple really cool projects of his own, which we may feature in some episodes. So stay tuned for that. In the meantime, please like, subscribe, and most importantly, share. Spread it around. Friends, family, whoever. Share, spread it around. And stay tuned for the next episode of Throwing Sparks TV. We got a lot of exciting things coming up. Stay tuned to see what happens next.